Hi, welcome back to my cup of TV. I'm Jenny and I'm back with another episode of Buffy the Vampire Slayer. So this is season 4 episode 12, A New Man. Now, I'm thinking it's either about Riley, like Buffy and Riley being the new man in her life. Now there's less secrets, 'cause I still feel like there are some. We haven't seen them have a conversation where they've told each other everything about, you know, the Slayer and the initiative. They've kind of given each other some information. So we'll see about that. Or it's about Spike, because Spike now has a newfound lease for life that he can hurt and kill demons. So, yeah. Good things ahead for him. So that's what I'm thinking. So, yeah, please remember to like, comment and subscribe. In the comments, at this point in Buffy, who do you think deserves a new boost in their life? Something good. Because, you know, there's a lot of candidates. Things haven't been going great for Xander or Willow or Giles. So, yeah. Although I think that I would vote Faith. I think she's been out of action for long enough.
Better things to do tonight than kill.
Oh. It's her birthday.
Oh, don't be so sure.
Happy birthday.
Yeah, has he met Riley?
It's hard to believe, isn't
There's
it?
someone I want you to meet. This is Riley Finn, my boyfriend.
Very nice to meet you, Mr. Giles.
Giles was the librarian at my high school.
Ah, I've seen the library. It's gone downhill since you left.
You know, I'm embarrassed to say that I actually miss it at times.
Oh.
You retired?
I'm sorry?
Oh.
Or you're working somewhere else now?
I'm sure I would have gone with the surprise party. You have enough things jumping out at you in the dark.
Professor adrenaline is like exercise, but without the exorbitant gym fees.
True.
Witty.
You should meet her. She's absolutely the smartest person I've ever met.
Oh.
Perhaps we should have invited Professor Walsh to the party.
Oh no. I mean, she's like 40. She's got better things to do than hang out with a bunch of kids.
Oh, Giles.
So, the Slayer.
Yeah.
Oh, we're telling her.
You
Okay.
thought you were a myth. It's only our myth.
Why aren't you telling Giles though?
Use the
Once you get to know her, she's a very unique girl. I hope you're not going to push her.
I wish I did know her. And I have found her to be a unique woman.
Woman, of course. How wrong would you choose my own words?
She's very self-reliant, very independent.
Exactly.
Which is not always a good thing.
They want to bring her in line.
Unhealthy to take on adult
With the
roles
initiative.
for a living. What I suspect I'm seeing is a reaction to the absence of a male role model.
Absolutely.
Sometimes you don't need someone strong, you need someone supportive.
I bet the initiative took care of it.
Who? Oh, Riley and his guys probably all over it.
It has
Oh,
that too neat look.
Buffy hasn't
Like
told
read hotspots,
him.
areas of other world.
Stop, both of you. What are you talking about? What's the initiative? What on earth does it have to do with Buffy's new boyfriend?
You know. I'm sure you know. Riley's one of the commandos.
They're not very fair on Giles. I really feel for him.
It's probably a little late.
He works his arse off to help them, and then this. But then I suppose that's a lot of their
Because we could say.
parental figure, teenager relationships.
Nothing is going to happen.
It is. Now it is because you said that.
I wouldn't say that.
Oh.
I wouldn't say that at all. In
Ethan!
fact, Ripper, or maybe I'd say something rather interesting was about to happen. Someone? Oh, but I thought you.
Yes. I know it's a bad thing for him to be back, but I'm so excited because
Right.
I love Ethan. Ethan episodes are always really good.
Only one thing's coming through clear. That something's harming demons. And it's not the Slayer.
Okay.
You know anything about it? this.
Oh, it's the initiative.
They're scared. There's something called 314's got them scared most of all. Kind of scared that turns too angry.
314.
I know we're not particularly fond of each other, Rupert. But we are a couple of old mystics.
So you have some fun with this.
I'll go all out if you will.
Are you sure?
Here we go.
Whoa!
Riley!
20 years I've been fighting together. Maggie Walsh had a Nancy Lynch boys come, and 6 months later, the demons are pissing themselves with fear. I never even noticed me.
Who's Maggie Walsh?
Oh, this is awful. She said I was a...
I feel like he's getting information from you.
I won't have to worry about that anymore, May. You went to the Lewis, slipped a small pellet of poison in your drink, you'll be dead in an hour.
What? You can't trust Ethan.
Well, naive.
I'm glad you wanted to get together. I know what to do.
I haven't seen her for a while.
Thanks. I was happy you called. We'll start out slow. Okay.
I really feel like they have some chemistry. I would ship them.
It worked. Now for the hard part. The petals.
Ooh.
What the heck was that?
The petals are off.
I don't know, but petals are off.
Was that to do with what's happening mystically or with their power? Oh, seriously. What? How? Why?
Ethan.
Yeah.
I didn't hear you come in last night. Where were you?
The camera by myself. I was trying this new spell, floating a rose, and all of a sudden, sing, like all around the room.
Why is she
It's like
keeping it
rose-based
a
mist.
secret about...
Yes, I know.
I can't remember the girl's
I think
name.
there's something else. Tell Giles. He's feeling a little hurt right now. How come you never told him about Riley being a commando? Did?
Oh, so it wasn't a deliberate act to not tell
He's
him.
feeling neglected and out of the loopy.
Well, I mean, I didn't at first because Riley said not to, and then meow, cat out of the bag, and I guess I just forgot that he didn't know. I'll make it up to him when I see him.
Well, I'm glad to know it wasn't a deliberate
Today with Riley.
let's not tell Giles.
Hello. Yeah.
Oh, dear, I know.
Oh no, they can't understand him either. Oh! Oh no, it's not... Oh. Oh, and they think the demon got Giles.
Giles?
Well,
Ah! Finally someone who can help you.
What do I spy with my little eye?
Oh, he wants to beat you up. Because he can.
A demon. That would be all right. The things I can kill.
Spike. Wonderful. Perfect end.
Can he understand
to a perfect
him?
day.
Giles?
Go on then. Let's get on with the fighting.
Oh, he can understand him. Well, that's
You
good.
understand me?
You just come over all demony this morning?
Yes.
In fact, I did. Thanks to Ethan Rayne.
What are you working on?
We have stuff. Pictures. We have nothing.
I bet they're going to go to the initiative where they have it all digitally done. And they can just type in a few keywords and it will come up with a file.
Listen, about this theology, do I have special powers? Like setting things on fire with my sizzling eye beams?
Well, you got the mucus thing.
Ugh.
Mucus?
Paralyzer mucus. Shoots out through the nose. Sets up fast. Hot as rock. Pretty good in a fight.
Are you making this up?
Maybe. But hey, you feel a sneeze coming on, you warned me.
Oh, he's going to ask her, but he can't talk. Or does he just want to scare her? Just to scare her. That's actually kind of funny.
Right, let's go then.
She's going to see Ethan's name and know immediately.
I do. Ethan Rayne.
Who's that?
Professional bad guy. He's got to be the guy that made the demon attack Giles.
I'm not supposed to bring you along.
Oh,
What are you doing?
I'm going to the car.
Buffy, I can't take you with me.
You're not taking me with you.
Yeah, she's
I'm
taking
going
you.
letting you come along.
Buffy, it's not really your call. This is a military operation now.
She doesn't work for the initiative. They can't stop her or tell her what to do. And that'll be why they want to bring her in so they can control her.
How you feel? Giles?
Why did he do it? Like,
I can't undo you if you kill me.
What did you do to him? What did you do?
oh, we need Spike. He's just enjoying the thrill of the chase.
You just try and stop me, you stupid child.
Oh. Ah, Spike.
This is for Giles. Oh God. Giles! Oh God. So sorry.
She can see
Please
it.
don't die. I think he's okay.
Just do the damage and get out of town. It's the stained gloat gets me every time.
Yeah, you don't want to be wearing Ethan's clothes.
Mostly. Ethan's wardrobe's not helping anything.
I'm human. You can't kill me.
What's a slave going to do to me?
By the authority of the U.S. military, you were being taken into custody.
If you don't mind, I'm just going to go and watch them manhandle him.
Yeah, I bet that is very enjoyable. Although, like I said, I enjoy the chaos that Ethan brings.
You're really strong. Like Spider-Man.
I like the reference.
And you're in charge. You're like, make the plan, execute the plan.
Yeah,
No one giving you orders.
she works for no one.
I'm the Slayer.
I like it.
Good. See, that is a strong man. Because he doesn't need to prove his strength.
I'm sorry, Giles. I really thought I told you about Riley and the initiative. And I know that it doesn't help. I promise it won't happen again.
Although I do think when she goes to visit the initiative, he should go with her.
Ethan's not exactly a reliable source, but I'm not sure what he's wrong about.
I'm dating Riley. He's a good guy.
Look, I believe that. But he's part of something that we don't really understand.
You sure you're not just saying this because you don't like Riley's boss?
No, I'm not saying that at all. No, I do hate her.
Just because you trust Riley doesn't mean you should trust them automatically.
You won't be disappointed in her. She's good at what she does. She is the truest soul I've ever known.
Oh no.
Have they got
Spontaneous poetic
Spike?
exclamations. Lord, spare me, college boys in love.
Did they get Spike as the thing? Is she using Spike for information about Buffy? I bet so. Three, 1, 4. That's what he said. So things are getting really interesting. Just going off the ending there. Obviously, it seems that Riley doesn't know everything the initiative is doing either, which would make sense because even though he's a commander of like his own unit and stuff, he is still a soldier. So, yeah. Okay, so we'll start with Buffy and Riley. Nice to see that things are going well for them. And like I said, I really love that he is a strong man. There's a lot of men, sadly, that their masculinity would be challenged by Buffy being so not only physically strong but headstrong and all of that. So I like the fact that he's a guy who understands that has no reflection on him whatsoever. She's her own person, and it's impressive, and that doesn't take away from anything to do with him. And I think that he actually enjoys the challenge of that, which I think is cool. It makes them a good match, because she also, with how headstrong she is, and you say with her physical strength, she needs someone who can stand up to her and hold their own. She doesn't need a yes man. We saw a little bit of Willow, and I can't remember the other girl's name. I'm sure you'll let me know in the comments. I'm leaning towards Tara for some reason. Is that her name? With the magic. And you know what? Her sensing some sort of dark magic and everything, I do wonder whether in this episode that's been put on, it's what Ethan was doing, but it's actually going to be something else that they haven't found out yet. We're going to start getting drip fed little bits of information that are seemingly nothing now, but are going to come back later on to be part of something much bigger that's been building. Like with Ethan in this episode. Why come back to turn Giles into a demon? Why now? What, there was no reason behind it, unless there is a bigger picture that either he's working towards something and just did it whilst he's there, or whether this was part of a plan, so he needed to get rid of Giles. So, because we all know that Ethan will work for other people, so he could be part of something bigger. I wouldn't be surprised if Riley's wrong about him being taken off into the desert and rehabilitated. I wouldn't be surprised whether Walsh has kept him elsewhere for information or to work on whatever it is she's doing, because they had someone or something on a table in there. And with the experiments we know they've done, and like making Spike unable to bite people and stuff, I wonder whether they're trying to make like maybe their own Slayer type thing, creature, person, to go after demons, like a super soldier, because we all know through history this idea of a super soldier, in real life it's been thought about, tried, whatever. The Initiative are, like I said, they're dodgy, which is a real shame, because they could be something good, but as always with something like this, good intentions lead you down a dangerous path. As for Giles in this episode, I've been wondering for a while, and I've said before, like, what is he doing? How's he affording to live? And yeah, so he's obviously struggling with the fact that he probably feels like he has no purpose right now. The one purpose he did have was Buffy and fighting evil, and then he finds that he's being left out of that. So yeah, and that they've all got stuff going on and secrets and everything without him. He's not part of the group anymore, which leaves him quite lonely and therefore quite vulnerable. Because would he have spent that time with Ethan and got drunk with Ethan, would you put yourself in that position? But he's feeling lonely, and he has a connection to his past and someone in the know, so he can talk kind of freely. So yeah, poor guy. And as I said during, I'm really happy that we found out that Buffy wasn't keeping it from him or hiding it from him. She genuinely hadn't realised that she hadn't told him. I mean, she's caught up in this whirlwind romance and all this new information. So yeah, that's good to know, because there's been a lot of times when I felt like, why won't you trust in Giles? And this was one of those, but it's good to know that that wasn't what the issue was. It was just forgetful. teenager in love. I also felt earlier on that I was a bit annoyed at how they were being to Giles, and like he said, that he's putting all this work into this commando thing to find out that everybody had already answered it and not bothered to tell him. But again, that does line up with teenagers. They'll tell each other stuff and what's going on, and maybe not realise the extent of the work that Giles is putting into it, because they're not physically, there to see it. So, and they have got their own things going on with all of this and college. So yeah, just all miscommunication, which is very normal in real life, let alone a supernatural world. Oh yeah, a good episode. Always is when Ethan is involved, which is why I think we're going to see him again, because I just want to see him again. It's always a good one with Ethan. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.